Hello, Cancer. How are you doing, my beautiful Cancers? This is Mary Ellen, coming to you from Moonrise Cottage Soul Tarot. Most of you know I'm out on the road on my own spiritual quest, and I'm currently in Santa Fe. I am putting together a deep dive, new moon in Sagittarius healing retreat here in Santa Fe. So there are a number of you that indicated you wanted another workshop in this area. And so there it is. You'll see the little eye in the sky thing right up there. Click on that. It'll take you right to the website. You can book. You can find all the information. Okay, and links for my website, booking readings, contacting, all below the video. So I'm very eager to jump into this, Cancer. I am just seeing a continuation of this massive amount of shift and change that's really, my guides are saying, bedrock. It's changing the bedrock of your life. And we see the situation, my guides are saying the continuation of the situation, meaning you're in a prolonged period of shift and change, as we can expect because we had this shift into Cancer. It's about your future in the North Node. And we've got Capricorn, with Pluto and Saturn coming into conjunction, shredding the past and requiring, in a sense, providing the opportunity to build a new foundation. So Cancer, good for you. As a cardinal sign, you're helping lead us forward into our human destination. So you see it just like Capricorn does reflected in your life. So let's jump in, okay? The first card that comes out, if you're new, welcome, and welcome back to all my subscribers. That is the Star card. I use a very mystical deck called the Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck. We see this notion of the Star card. It's about joining yourself together with the mind of the universe in order to pull forward your dreams. The name of the card is the Dreamer of Growth. So Cancer, everything I just said, that's what my guides are saying. That's what we're talking about. So remind yourself when the readings come out and they look challenging, as many of them have for you folks, this is the goal. The universe has something in store for you. So join together with that energy and understand that you are going through a shift and change, just like Capricorn is, okay? And it's going to be all right in the end, and you're going to have some challenges, like everyone does when they go through a period, especially a protracted period of shift and change. So this is the energy that denotes you in this moment. We just had the 1111 portal. I took the cards into some of the very most sacred places here in New Mexico, steeped them in the energy, shuffled up, pulled the cards out, and here are your messages that were pulled forward in that manner, all right? So this is about coming through a rite of passage. It is the Six of Wands. It's about a moment of victory. You've mastered something. You have all the tools you need, and what you're literally doing now in this moment that might feel a little challenging, looking at some of the cards that we've got, is victory. You are going through a process that joins you together with the mind of the universe so that you can literally co-create out of the void. And look, that's what we have for you in the journey of love. So a lot of people read this card, Six of Wands, as victory in love, but it's victory in life. It's victory within your internal self, your own destiny, being able to manifest that which you want. And of course, it's a moment of celebration because you're pulling something out of the void. And I think what you're pulling out of the void, look at this kind of victory that you're having, this mastery, this coming through a rite of passage, that's what it's about. You're in a deep spiritual journey, Cancer. You've been for quite a while now. And these are the energies that you're working with and that are working with you. That's what my guides are talking about while I'm chattering. So from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, we see the same notion portrayed as coyote medicine, the sacred trickster. So you may have had some blunders, you may have had some tomfoolery, you may have, put yourself in certain situations. It's because you're meant to learn how to co-create with the universe. And of course, it's trial and error. So the sacred coyote has your best outcome in its framework of reference. And one of the things I love about this card, do you see that? Look at that at the third eye. All right, look at the way coyote looks at you. There's a knowing there. It's not just about playing tricks on you. There's a sacred reason. And so if you look deep into the coyote medicine, there's something that can be found in that third eye and literally in the eyes of the coyote. So that's what my guys are chattering about in the background. So we see the universe attempting to make a mind meld with you, to invite you to manifest your destiny and to co-create it with the universe. We can't see what you're co-creating. That's still a mystery. I really like it. It's very interesting. And so here on the human level, we see there's the coyote effects, right? This is the Four of Pentacles. It's about trying to hang on to your foundation and feeling some concern, maybe hanging on a little too tight. But in this deck, it's about confronting something that's causing a problem in your life. Something or somebody. See the cracks in the sky? And you're standing there with your power, your wand, putting your hand out and demanding your due. That's what this card in this deck is about. So there may be something going on in your life that's causing you to feel a little bit protective, maybe a little entrenched in your spot, or perhaps just while you're manifesting, cooking something up with the universe, of course you need a little bit of a solid foundation. Cancer always needs security. You just do, Cancer. So I get it. I'm a Virgo. I'm the same way. I need security. I want to feel a measure of safety. So while you are cooking up with the void, with the universe, you may be having some coyote trickster stuff going on, maybe with somebody else. Maybe you're just trying to stay in a certain level of stability because you don't feel safe when everything's thrown up in the air. And what I like about this, look, there's again this notion of the void. Look at that beautiful crow shaman. Look at her. Ooh, she is a powerful being. She does act as your guide straight into the void. You see that, Cancer? You've literally got sacred guides available to you in this moment of the portal. So my guides are saying, never mind the coyote. We see the coyotes there. We see that there may be some challenges, something that might make you laugh in the end. But that's the path. That's the wisdom path for some reason for you in this moment. So drop me some messages below the video. I want to hear what's going on for you. Certainly it's been true in my life. I have Cancer in my 4th house of security and home. So there you go. And I have been going through some my own coyote tomfoolery, and it all works out in the end. So Queen of Battle, Queen of Swords. You will come to clarity, but you're meant to come to the clarity through your mystical process. So don't forget that part. Allow yourself to be creating clarity out of the mystery of what you're co-creating with the universe. That's the clarity that you need. That's why the coyote is there. Shaking up your foundation, I think, and look, the Hierophant. Looking straight in to the sacred shamaness. I really like it. So everything I just said, and this just reconfirms because that's the Hierophant who's playing the sacred instrument, all right? Working with your vibration, jumping in and out of the mystery place. Do you see how that's connected? Okay, so you're going in and out of the void, clearly. I think some of it is directed by you, and some of it is coyote-inspired travel into the mystical realm to have a journey that is challenging for you with a sacred purpose to come into your human ability to stand inside the energy of the Hierophant in your own life. And that's a beautiful story if ever there was one. So this card is the bridge card. It's what ties this human, my guy just said tomfoolery, human existence, your destiny, ties it together with what's going on in the spirit realm. And we see a lot of shift and change going on there, just like the guides have been predicting. So that is the 7 of Wands. And married together with that, again, we see this notion, sorry, I'm trying to avoid the glare, of feeling put upon, feeling like you need to defend your position, perhaps actually needing to defend yourself. Maybe some challenges interpersonally within yourself. Maybe that would be intrapersonally. Maybe some interpersonal challenges in your job, in your life in general. Mercury's in retrograde. Maybe that's the coyote medicine. Maybe the communications are just foobar, if you know what that means. And if you don't, look it up. It's a military term. So there's something something going on. And it is that something, whatever that is that's going on, miscommunications, uh, while you're creating your destiny, perhaps there's not a lot of clarity around you. And so it causes some challenges with the people around you. Maybe I think it's mostly you and you. And you're trying to get rid of the obstacles that keep you from binding. Okay, two things came up that keep you bound. So this is the notion of an obstacle having been removed, put in a bag and hung on a hook so that this person could share energy and be really connected in an easy flow with their beloved. It also, on a soul level, indicates you and you. Right? My guys just said the word kundalini. So they're talking a little bit about the way you connect with yourself. And maybe whatever the coyote medicine is meant to do this so that you don't have any more obstacles at the level of your soul. So when we talk about your soul circuit and what you're here to experience, what every moment brings to you week to week as the readings come out and the planets move and the energy shifts, and most of you who are on the web looking at things like this, you know what's going on with the astrology. It's intense. So we just came through this portal. It looks to me like maybe there's some trickster energy going on so that you can overcome an obstacle within yourself to bind yourself to the mission of your own soul. And that's a very deep notion. And yeah, you have to go into the void, and maybe the way you get in there is by following that coyote. It's interesting. So while your soul is busy enacting this shift and change through your human experience, which is what we all do, that's the Eight of Cups. Again, a notion of being bound to something that doesn't serve you and walking away, making a decision to walk into your future by releasing yourself from this. And whatever it is, usually associated with a love relationship, but it could be anything in your life that you need to release yourself from. And we just had the full moon in Taurus. Really strong energy. Culmination, illumination. And if you look at the traditional tarot and you see the Eight of Cups, we see the full moon hanging in the sky while someone walks away from this Tower of Cups. And they're walking away. Mostly they're walking into their future because they've decided to release themselves. That's why this is portrayed this way. So there's something you are releasing yourself from by coming to this clarity through this coyote medicine, right? That's why we can't see what you're creating, and maybe you can't see what you're creating, Cancer. But decisions come forward anyway, and they may need to come forward in the dark. While you're feeling yourself in the void, decisions have to be made, and because you're a Cancer, you want to make them on firm ground because that's what makes you feel safe, and I don't blame you. As a Virgo, I get it. So, two notions of a sacred cauldron, the sacred bowl. One is about releasing and walking away from that which does not serve you or prevents you from sharing energy with yourself or with another, perhaps a soulmate. This is about an unexpected adventure. It's the Eight of Pentacles. It's about working really hard to come to a place of mastery in your life. So this mythical story is about a young man who came into a rapid shift and change that was unintended. Okay, by him, my guides are saying. So he, that's a long mystical story. Most of you have heard it. There was a priestess, my guides are calling her a priestess, interesting, who made a sacred brew to cast a spell and hired someone. They had to simmer for a year and a day, and it splashed over. That young man reached out to steady the pot. It splashed on him. He put his hands in his fingers in his mouth, and he transformed. And he went through a lot of shape-shifting because he was really frightened of the transformation. And eventually he was reborn as a great wisdom holder. So, very interesting. This is the portal energy that's available for you to work with. So, look at this as an outcome. This is the Eight of Wands. So, a lot of messages coming through. You're feeling very passionate about this, whatever it is. And for some of you, it is about connecting with the sacred other through the fire of the transformation. And you see this, look at that. There's something that you're working on. Some of you, clearly, it's a sacred mate. Some of you, it's just about the messages that are coming at you so hard and so fast through the coyote medicine that it's literally causing you to need to bond with yourself, Cancer. So either, it could be either way, it could be both. In order to be successful in a love relationship, you have to be bonded to yourself, don't you? The yin and yang of your inner being. So these two people, same thing. There was something that was standing in the way of their union. And, a spell, all of these cards have mythical stories behind them. When they overcame it, they ran to the fireplace, stepped into the fire, rose through the chimney, and turned into swans. Flew away. Mystical transformation, mated for life. So some of you clearly are working on this in your life. You might be walking away from some factors of yourself or some factors of a relationship. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, I like it when that happens. I put them backwards. That's a message, okay? There you go. Coyote medicine right there. So some of you walking away, which causes a transformation, which perhaps causes you to be able to be available to the one you love. So you might be walking away from a family situation, a job, like all readers say, it could be anything. But you're coming into this Hierophant energy. Do you see how it's aligned? Always pay attention in my readings to how the cards are aligned, both in columns and in rows. And take a look at the diagonal. You're here trying to just sit on your firm foundation and be safe. And deep inside, that's what's really going on. And the universe is pulling you into the void and basically saying, no, you don't get your firm foundation this week. And maybe not for the next month, because we're initiating this on the 11/11 portal that happened to come on the full moon in Taurus. So something very awesome is happening. So some of you are mated. This is what's going on with your sacred mate. Look at that. They are riding the cosmic wave of this energy. And they're doing it in a very intentional way, because from the mystical shaman oracle, they have the arrow. They are intending to go straight into a goal that they have. And they're going to pierce right through the middle of the moon energy and this portal energy to reach their goal. And they're not going to hesitate at all. They are literally releasing themselves into the cosmic energy. And that might be part of what's affecting you. It's interesting. Do you see, just even as I'm holding it up, riding the cosmic wave right into the trickster energy. So there might be a little bit of that going on for them, but they are not hesitating. You're probably with somebody who maybe's already been through this a bunch of times, what you're going through. And because we're all individuals and they're different and who knows what their astrology is, right? It's not denting them. They're willing to ride the cosmic wave, the coyote medicine, if you will. And look at them howling at the moon. They're literally howling at the moon. They're letting the sacred secrets come to the surface because they fully intend to change their life. It's an intentional process for this person. When you see how these cards came out aligned with the arrow and the cosmic, riding the cosmic wave. So look, yeah, they're having an awakening. They're riding straight into it. They're allowing the spirit world to change their life. And they're using their own magic, moon magic, if you will, to bring forward whatever is meant to come for them. And they're kind of they're sort of, in a way, they're in an ecstatic state. Many of you who are with somebody who's going through shift and change, partly they're going through shift and change because they're with you. And you're carrying the energy of it. So, we always affect each other energetically. So, here we go. Moving forward. Taking control of the energy, feminine energy, water sign energy, standing in the temple, 3 of Pentacles. This is what they're moving into. They are on a mission, a very sacred mission that comes from within them, and they are in the temple. Euphemistically, they're standing in the temple of their own life, their own sacred place that they inhabit while they're here on the earth, and they're working together with the guides and the benefactors and asking for help and assistance, and they're shining a light on the plans. How are we going forward? I'm here, I'm in the temple, I'm going to build it. No worries, I'm willing to do the work and move this forward. Let's co-create. So it's interesting that your partner seems to be performing the actions that still have you a little bit wound up into the swirl of the void and the coyote. I like it because, you know, you help each other take risks in a certain way and you learn from each other, I think. Your partner just seems to have been already made the decision, and there's the Two of Wands. They are moving on. They've made a decision. And they stand in this moment and they just balance themselves because they know there's a lot of new growth coming forward. They have their hand on their wand. They got the spirit world, the wand of the spirit realm, standing next to them while they hold the world in their hands. And they consider where they're going and what they're going to create and what this awakening brings to them. Okay, my guys just talked about the birth process. So what they're talking about is, if you're pregnant and you begin to feel labor coming on, which often comes at the full moon, thank you, Spirit, you better be like this because you have no control over that process. And you just have to ride it. You literally have to ride the waves of the contractions, etc. I don't know why my guides are talking about that. But, I think because of new life coming forward. So what they're doing is they're going into this restive state. They're meditating with the mind of the void and the universe in order to bring forward the balance that they're going to need because they know their world has changed and there's no turning back for them, is the message just coming through. So Cancer, this is very exciting, always helpful, often helpful in a partnership, if that's what we're talking about. If it's a love partnership, if it's a work partnership, even better. You get to co-create together. And this person is doing their best to be in balance while riding the cosmic wave. It's really interesting. I see a lot of mirroring going on. This person seems to be going straight into it. They're enjoying the mystery and the magic of the movement. And yes, they are doing their best to balance. It is requiring some balance of them, but they know it's an awakening coming forward. And they're just riding straight into it. And maybe that's part of the coyote medicine that's going on for you, Cancer. Drop me some messages and let me know. But this is a beautiful moment. Really just let go of that which does not serve you and allow yourself to come into your wisdom. That's what this letting go is about. It's letting go of your confusion and your hesitation. Maybe not so much letting go of a lover. Some of you probably, right? Because we see the indication. But letting go of something that doesn't serve you in order to come into wisdom. Do you see this? The Hierophant, the Star card, and coming into wisdom. Through a lot of hard work, a lot of coyote medicine perhaps, some hesitation, some defensiveness, looking into the fact that you're creating something new, looking into the fact that you're in victory. So there's a little turbulence in the water, no pun intended. I love to hear what's going on for you, how you're co-creating with the universe. Understand that Coyote is here to lead you into your destiny. So go for it. And allow your partner, perhaps, to show you the way, in a sense, if need be. And maybe that's another piece of what's going on for some of you, okay? Cancer, thanks so much for being here. Love all of you beautiful Cancers. And I look forward, Goddess willing, to seeing you next week. Click the like button for me on your way out the door. And if you have an interest in the shamanic healing retreat that's coming on the new moon on the 29th, we're going to start in here in Santa Fe, and I'm really looking forward to having some of you there. All right, Cancer, thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.